There's a Silverado that GM swore never existed. Officially, only 10 units were ever made. Not 10,000, not 1,000, 10. And I just discovered where 2 of them are hidden. What I'm about to show you today could forever change how you see Chevrolet's history, because this pickup you've never heard of might be worth more than your house. Literally. Let me tell you something that's gonna hurt. While you were sleeping, millionaire collectors were in a silent war over these 10 Silverados. And you didn't even know they existed. Subscribe to the channel right now, because when I finish this story, you'll understand why some automotive secrets can cost you a fortune in missed opportunities. This is the story of the Silverado YNC SC10, and man, what GM tried to hide will shock you.
GM was losing the pickup war to Ford. The F-150 was humiliating the Silverado in sales. But behind the scenes, there was a secret project running at Specialty Vehicle Engineering. The same people who created the Yenko Camaros that are worth $500,000 today. Don Yenko had died in 1987, but his company was still alive, and GM came with an indecent proposal. Take a Silverado 454 SS and turn it into a war machine that'll make Ford cry. But something went very wrong. So wrong that GM canceled everything and tried to erase these pickups from history. Why? This is the part that'll give you chills.
The base was a 1990 Silverado 454 SS, already a beast, 230 horsepower, 7.4-liter V8 engine. But the Yenko guys looked at this and said, this is child's play. They took the 454 engine, sent it to the dyno, and did something that today would be considered insanity. Hand-ported heads, radical cam, forged pistons, and a Holley 850 CFM carburetor that sucked gas like it was water. Result? 475 real horsepower in 1990 in a pickup truck. To give you an idea, that was more power than a Corvette ZR1 of the era, a pickup that humiliated supercars. But that's where things get dark.
July 1990. GM's testing track in Milford, Michigan. Chevrolet's chief engineer gets in a Yenko SC110 for the first official test. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds. 4.6 seconds in a 1990 pickup. The guy got out of the Silverado white as a sheet and said one phrase that changed everything. This isn't a pickup. This is a nuclear bomb on wheels. And that's when GM realized the problem. This pickup was too dangerous for the general public. It wasn't a safety issue. It was a matter of legal liability. A pickup that did 0 to 60 faster than a Ferrari in the hands of an 18-year-old farmer? GM knew it would be a massacre in the courts when the first accidents happened. August 15th, 1990. GM executive meeting. The decision was made in 20 minutes. Cancel everything. Of the 50 planned units, only 10 had been completed. What to do with them? Official order: destroy them all. But some Yenko employees couldn't stand to see those machines turn into scrap. In secret, they hid the 10 units in different warehouses across the country. And GM pretended none of it happened. 0 official documentation, 0 archive photos, 0 recognition, as if these pickups were ghosts. You want to know what this cost humanity? The most insane pickup ever created, erased from history by fear of lawyers. For 34 years, these Silverados were urban legend. Stories whispered at car meets, blurry photos that could be fake. Until in 2024, a guy named Marcus Thompson, a collector in Arizona, got a call that changed his life. You still looking for that Yenko Silverado? I got one stored in my garage for 30 years. It was real. Marcus flew to Tennessee that same day, and when he opened that dusty garage, man, he cried. He cried. Silverado SC/10 number 007 of 10.
Odometer showing 847 miles. Original Yanko documentation, everything intact. A ghost brought back to life.
Marcus's discovery opened the floodgates. In 6 months, another one appeared in Texas, then another in California. 3 confirmed so far, 7 still lost somewhere. Current value? The first one that went to auction, hold on to your seats, $2.3 million for a 1990 pickup. To compare, an original Shelby Cobra is worth $1.5 million. A 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda is worth $2 million. This ghost Silverado is beating the world's rarest cars in value. And the other 7? Experts say each one could be worth between $3 to $5 million when they surface. If they surface.
Man, this story made me think, how many other incredible machines are out there, hidden in garages, forgotten by their own owners? Your neighbor might have a fortune in their garage and not even know it. That old pickup you saw at the junkyard could be a lost treasure. And you there, watching this, if you happen to know someone who worked at GM or Yanko in the 90s, man, ask about these Silverados. One of the 7 lost ones could be 3 blocks from your house. Drop in the comments, do you believe GM is still hiding other secret projects? And if you have any information about these lost Silverados, man, hit me up in DMs because this could change your life. Next video, I'm going to show you 5 other cars that automakers tried to erase from history. One of them, well, let's say Ford made 50 Mustangs with F1 engines, literally, and only 3 survived. Subscribe and hit that bell, because when these stories leak, they can be worth millions.